When ARMS was announced earlier this year for Nintendo Switch, I really didn't know what to make of it. It's a fighting game where you have long, stringy arms and you can punch others from great distances within an arena. It looks really silly, but seems like a game you would have seen in the arcade back in the day. I think I was more positive about ARMS than most, as it looked bright, colorful, fun, and very arcadey. However, the gameplay did look kind of one-dimensional. I have to say though, after playing about an hour of it during the Global Testpunch, I was pleasantly surprised by how much fun I was having. The only thought that goes through my head is how far can they stretch this concept within the game? Pun definitely intended there. The Global Testpunch is mainly there to stress test the servers and more than likely get you acquainted with the game to hopefully pre-order it. It starts you out with picking a character and you have 7 to pick from at this time, all of them a bit different. Springman is more about speed, dodging, and quick hits, while Master Mummy is more about power and blocking. Everyone else seems to be sort of in between that. You also get to choose what fists you want to have on your arms, and every character available to you has varying types of fists. Depending on your character, you could have a homing fist, a fan blade, a boomerang, or just a big heavy ball. You can also mix and match different ones on each hand. Once you choose who to fight with, a short tutorial starts to give you the lowdown on how to control your fighters. You can jump, dodge, block, and of course, throw your arms at people. If you throw both arms together, you can actually grab and throw your opponent, which feels really good when you do it. And sometimes, during the fight, you also find that you can unleash what they call a rush, where you can activate a power which will throw some really powerful combos at your opponent. Of course, if you're using motion controls, you will do some of these things while holding the Joy-Cons in your hands and moving them around. Personally, I didn't even really give this a shot because over the years I've learned that I am just not a fan of motion controls. They never feel quite right to me, and I like to stick to normal controllers. But for anyone out there who is worried about the game having motion controls, don't be. The game controls on a normal controller just great. After the tutorial, you'll get a chance to fight an AI opponent to really get a feel for the game. However, I found this is a pretty poor representation of the online game as the opponent is really easy to take out, and the people you play online will definitely give you some challenge. So during the Global Testpunch, you're only offered one mode to play online, and that's called Party Mode. We'll get into more about the specifics of Party Mode in a second, but for now, let's jump right into the fights. When you're paired for a match, you get to choose what fists you want, and then you fight. It's as simple as that. I found out the hard way that you're gonna get your butt kicked if you don't block, dodge, and jump when necessary. I played my first few rounds just getting rocked by other fighters, more than likely because I was button mashing. However, once I started actually taking my time, watching my opponents, anticipating their attacks, dodging, and then attacking at the right time, I started doing a lot better. Now, nothing feels better than blocking your opponent's attacks and retaliating with a grab to slam them down, or dodging an opponent and then getting in a nice hard punch on them when they can't do anything about it. These moments definitely make you feel like you're a fighting champion. While playing Party Mode, you'll find that you're thrown into a room with a few other people, and the game randomly assigns you to matches with other fighters as you sit in this room. There are a few different types of matches you can play, including 1-on-1, 2-on-2, triple threat, or even V-ball, which is basically volleyball where you punch a big beach ball with your arms over a net to hopefully explode and score on your opponent. I thought that this was such a great setup in Party Mode because you will always be paired with someone and the game automatically cycles through the modes for you. I have seen in many online games where the game offers several different types of game modes where you have to queue for that mode specifically and just kind of hope that you get into a game at some point. In that scenario, usually only 1 or 2 modes in the whole game get all the attention and the others are pretty much forgotten about. However, with this method, you'll always get a chance to play the different modes as the game just decides for you. This is a pretty cool approach to that problem. I also have to say, I love the length of the rounds in this. When you get into a match, depending on how many fighters are in it, you won't spend more than 2 minutes in one match. Like a classic fighting game, it counts down from 99 in every match, except for volleyball, which gives you 60 seconds. I love that these matches are so quick to join and then so quick to play through. A game that respects my time, that's a big bonus for me. Whether you win or lose, you also gain coins. 1 for participating and 3 for winning. I assume these will be used in the Get Arms menu option where you'll be able to spend these coins and get new fists to use throughout your battles. After this first Global Testpunch, what did I think? Well, I found ARMS to be some awesome, quick fun. What I love is that it'll be one of those games that you'll be able to pick up quickly for 10 or 15 minutes, play a handful of matches, and then you're good. The only thing I worry about with ARMS is even after playing it, I would like to see more on the other modes in the game. Besides that though, I think based on party mode alone, this is a game that I am now looking forward to next month. So I guess I'll see you all on the ARMS battlefield in June. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out some of the other GGRC episodes. And if you're feeling a little retro, why not jump into the Quake Grave, where you can watch me play through a lot of different custom maps in Quake. Enjoy!